Some cities are so top secret they can't even be found on a map. Whether they are hidden in the forest or buried deep underground, here are 30 underground places in America that are hidden from the public. Paintings of nature on the walls will make you feel like you're outside. It even has a garden, a swimming pool, and a mini golf course to keep you from getting bored. Some of these underground areas were once inhabited but were later closed for public safety and to prevent illegal activities. Number 29, Montezuma Castle, Arizona. Not technically underground but built into the side of a cliff, is an old home in Arizona called Montezuma Castle. It's like a big apartment made of mud and rocks, and it's over 900 years old. Despite its name, it has nothing to do with the Aztec Emperor Montezuma. The people who built it were called the Sinagua. They lived here a long time ago but left about 600 years ago. Number 28, Chicago Pedway, Illinois. The Pedway is a network of tunnels and bridges in Chicago. The system covers 5 miles and connects over 50 buildings, including train stations and buses. It started in 1951 and is still used by tens of thousands every day. People can move quickly around the city and stay dry in bad weather. It also reduces traffic accidents by keeping people off the streets. Ellenwood, Kansas, hides a fascinating secret beneath its streets. This underground ghost town features abandoned subterranean streets, remnants of the Santa Fe Trail Railroad, and historical establishments like old saloons and barbershops. Explore the hidden history of this unique place. Beneath Sacramento's historic district are tunnels and basements from the 1860s. They were built to keep the city safe from floods. There are tours that will teach you about Sacramento's past during the gold rush. You can see underground spaces and old items like perfume bottles, alcohol jars, and hairbrushes. You can also see the 4 brothels that were hidden under the city. By 1967, the movement of ice convinced them to abandon the project. The base is still buried under the ice. NASA found it in 2024 using special radar. The Las Vegas Underground Mansion. This extraordinary subterranean marvel lies 26 feet beneath the sun-scorched Nevada desert, a testament to human ingenuity and Cold War paranoia. Constructed in 1978 by eccentric millionaire Jerry Henderson, this 15,000 square foot underground mansion isn't merely a shelter, it's a fully realized vision of luxury survival. Henderson, who made his fortune in the Avon Cosmetics empire, wasn't simply an anxious doomsday prepper. As co-founder of Underground World Homes, he championed subterranean living as the sophisticated solution to nuclear threats, environmental degradation, and urban overcrowding. The Las Vegas property served as both his personal sanctuary and a showcase of his company's ambitious vision. The engineering behind this underground oasis is remarkable. Natural geothermal properties maintain the interior at a consistent 68 to 72 degrees year-round without excessive energy consumption. Cool during Vegas's blistering 110-degree summers and comfortably warm during winter nights when desert temperatures plummet. The structure features reinforced concrete walls nearly 2 feet thick, designed to withstand not just nuclear blasts but also earthquakes common to the region. Step inside and you're greeted not by claustrophobic bunker aesthetics but by spacious, meticulously designed living areas. The master bedroom suite rivals luxury hotels on the Strip, while guest quarters offer privacy and comfort for visitors. The gourmet kitchen, equipped with high-end appliances and generous storage for preserved foods, could sustain residents through years of isolation. Perhaps most striking are the elaborate trompe l'oeil murals adorning the walls throughout the residence. These aren't simple decorations, they're psychological engineering. Painted by artists who specialized in theatrical backdrops, these hyper-realistic scenes of lush forests, mountain vistas, and oceanfront sunsets were designed to prevent subsurface syndrome, the psychological distress of living without natural views. The artificial lighting changes throughout the day, mimicking natural sunlight patterns to maintain residents' circadian rhythms. Entertainment wasn't an afterthought in Henderson's plan. The putting green offers a whimsical distraction, while the heated swimming pool provides both recreation and exercise. A dedicated game room houses vintage arcade machines and a billiards table. The property even features a dance floor with a sophisticated sound system, apocalypse parties perhaps. The sprawling indoor garden isn't merely decorative. Using advanced hydroponic systems, it was designed to supplement food supplies with fresh produce indefinitely. Adjacent storage areas could stockpile several years' worth of provisions, while an independent water purification system recycled and filtered water for sustained use. Though the Henderson family abandoned the property after Jerry's death in 1983, It developed something of a mythical status among urban explorers and architectural enthusiasts. The mansion changed hands several times before falling into disrepair. Portions were sealed off by authorities concerned about structural integrity and unauthorized access. The tunnels and auxiliary rooms had reportedly become gathering spots for illegal activities. Today, this underground time capsule stands as a fascinating relic of Cold War anxieties and one man's determination to create paradise beneath the apocalypse. A luxurious refuge where one could theoretically wait out the end of the world in comfort, perhaps even in style. Number 23. Forestier Underground Gardens, California. Baldassare Forestier spent 40 years digging these underground gardens by hand. He created rooms, tunnels, and courtyards to escape the hot summer sun. The gardens have fruit trees, grapevines, ponds, and even a chapel. Some of the trees are over 90 years old. The gardens help people stay cool in the hot sun. It's like a secret underground paradise. Number 22. Helena, Beneath the Streets, Montana. After a big fire in 1904, businesses in Helena moved underground. They used old steam tunnels to stay safe from fires and bad weather. The tunnels were busy with shops and people, but today it is completely silent. You can still visit them to see old shops and learn how people stayed safe and worked over 100 years ago. It's like going back in time to see what life was like. It's very peaceful and calm. The room is deep inside the earth, surrounded by nature. It's a perfect place for a quiet escape from the outside world. The church is famous for helping Paul Revere during the American Revolution. They hung lanterns in the church tower to warn people about British soldiers. One lantern meant they were coming by land, and 2 lanterns meant they were coming by sea. You can visit the crypt on tours and learn about the church's history and the people buried there. It was once a limestone mine in the 1930s. Now it's used for storage, events, and even an underground bike park. It covers 100 acres and stays at 58 degrees Fahrenheit all year. Visitors can zip line, ride bikes, or take tram tours. The cavern also has 17 miles of tunnels to explore. It's the only underground zip line in the world. Number 18. Crystal City Underground, Virginia. Beneath Crystal City near Washington, D.C. lies a network of shops, restaurants, and offices. It opened in 1976 and was designed to feel like an old shopping village with cobblestone streets and antique glass windows. The underground space covers 150,000 square feet and connects several buildings. It's a popular spot for office workers and visitors, especially when the weather is bad. In 2024, all the shops closed, ending its retail era. However, the underground walkways and connections to the metro remain open for pedestrians. Number 17. Washington, D.C. Underground. Washington, D.C. Underground is a vastly used underground system in the United States. Many people outside of government don't even know these tunnels exist. It's a big maze of tunnels connecting government buildings and subway stations. These tunnels help Congress members and government workers move around easily. Inside, there are hundreds of restaurants, food courts, and shops. People walk through these hallways every day to get to work. Most people outside of the government don't even know these tunnels exist. It's a secret system that keeps the city moving. Number 16. Tunnel under the Colorado State Capitol, Denver. Under the Colorado State Capitol, there is a hidden tunnel. It holds the steam heating system for the building. There's also storage for marble used to fix the Capitol. You can even find empty vaults down there. But Denver has more tunnels, connecting places like Union Station, the Oxford Hotel, and 9 other locations. Some tunnels were built under restaurants to hide workers after Denver's Chinatown was destroyed in the late 1800s. The Cheyenne Mountain Complex is a giant bunker hidden inside a mountain in Colorado. The Cheyenne Mountain Complex is a giant bunker hidden inside a mountain in Colorado. It was built during the Cold War in the 1960s to protect the U.S. military from nuclear attacks. The bunker is buried deep under 2,000 feet of solid granite, making it super strong and safe. It was once the command center for NORAD, the group that keeps watch for threats like missiles or planes. The complex has blast doors that weigh 25 tons each and can withstand a nuclear blast. It also has its own power, water, and food supply, so people could live there for months if needed. It's still used today but has a smaller role, with rumors it may soon become a museum. It remains one of the safest places in the world. The Crypt of Civilization is a glimpse into our future past. Inside, there are over 800 items from the 20th century like books, records, and everyday objects. The crypt is in a room beneath the university, and the entrance is marked with a plaque describing its purpose. Number 13. Los Angeles Prohibition Tunnels. In the 1920s, Prohibition made people think of clever ways to make, sell, and drink alcohol. That's why they built 11 miles of underground tunnels right under Los Angeles. Many of them are closed now, but you can still find hidden entrances around the city. You can go on a tour to explore these tunnels and learn about their secret history. Similar tunnels can be found all around America, like the ones in Dallas, Detroit, and San Francisco. It burned down in the 1950s, but the basement stayed strong and is still there today. It was once used for storage, but is now open for tours, events, and parties. Visitors can walk through the spooky tunnels and see the old brick arches. Number 6, Subtropolis, Kansas City. Nestled beneath the rolling hills of Missouri lies one of America's most remarkable hidden wonders. Subtropolis, the world's largest underground business complex. Carved from ancient limestone deposits formed millions of years ago when the region was covered by a vast inland sea, this sprawling subterranean marvel spans an astonishing 55 million square feet, roughly equivalent to 42 football fields placed side by side. The creation of Subtropolis began in the 1960s when mining entrepreneurs realized the potential of these abandoned limestone quarries. Using the room and pillar mining technique, they extracted limestone while leaving support columns every 40 feet, creating a natural grid system that would later become the foundation for an underground business district. Today, Subtropolis houses over 50 businesses, ranging from data storage centers and document archives to food distribution facilities and light manufacturing operations. The consistent year-round temperature of 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit makes it an energy-efficient environment, reducing heating and cooling costs by up to 70% compared to above-ground facilities. This natural climate control is particularly attractive to businesses storing temperature-sensitive items like film reels, fine wines, and pharmaceuticals. More than 1,600 people commute to work beneath the surface every day, navigating nearly 7 miles of illuminated roadways wide enough for two 18-wheeler trucks to pass comfortably. The ceilings soar 16 feet high, dispelling any sense of claustrophobia one might expect from an underground facility. Subtropolis boasts other practical advantages as well. Its location provides natural protection from extreme weather events like tornadoes and floods that occasionally plague the Midwest. The complex also offers enhanced security, stable humidity levels, and significantly reduced insurance costs for businesses storing valuable inventory. Visitors are often surprised to find that despite being underground, Subtropolis features street signs, traffic lights, and even addresses for each business, creating a surreal parallel city beneath the Kansas City landscape. Number 7, Seattle Underground, Abandoned City. Beneath the bustling streets of Seattle's Pioneer Square district lies a forgotten world frozen in time, the Seattle Underground. This labyrinth of passageways and abandoned storefronts tells the remarkable story of a city that literally built itself on top of its own ruins, creating one of America's most fascinating urban archaeological sites. In the mid-19th century, Seattle was a rough-and-tumble frontier town built at sea level on mud flats. The pioneering residents soon discovered the folly of this location when high tides and heavy rains regularly flooded the downtown area, and the primitive sewage system would backflow during high tide, sending geysers of unmentionable substances shooting up through street-level toilets. The breaking point came on June 6, 1889, when a cabinet maker's glue pot boiled over, igniting a fire that rapidly consumed 31 blocks of mostly wooden structures in downtown Seattle. Rather than simply rebuilding, city planners seized this opportunity to solve Seattle's persistent drainage problems by elevating the street level by 12 to 30 feet, depending on the location. During this massive engineering project, business owners faced a dilemma: wait for the streets to be raised before rebuilding or rebuild immediately at the original level. Many chose the latter, resulting in a curious situation where pedestrians had to descend ladders to reach shops and businesses below the new street level. Sidewalks were eventually constructed above these spaces, creating hollow tunnels illuminated by purple glass skylights embedded in the new sidewalks, some of which can still be seen today. By 1907, the underground spaces were officially condemned due to concerns about plague and illicit activities like gambling, prostitution, and opium dens. The underground spaces faded from public memory until 1965, when local entrepreneur Bill Speitel began offering tours, preserving this unique piece of Seattle's history. Today, the Seattle Underground Tour guides visitors through these atmospheric spaces, where you can still see original storefronts, bank vaults, and plumbing fixtures. The tours combine historical facts with colorful stories about Seattle's rowdy past, including humorous anecdotes about the notorious seamstresses, a euphemism for ladies of the night, and the peculiar challenges of early plumbing, including toilets that would occasionally erupt like geysers during high tide, sending unsuspecting users leaping to their feet. Number 8. Path, Toronto. Beneath the soaring skyscrapers of Canada's largest city lies an engineering marvel that has revolutionized urban living. Path, the world's largest underground pedestrian complex. This vast subterranean network stretches over 30 kilometers, connecting more than 70 buildings and incorporating over 1,200 retail outlets, restaurants, services, and entertainment venues. Path's origins date back to 1900, when the first underground pedestrian tunnel was constructed to connect the Eaton's department store with its bargain annex. However, the network as we know it today began taking shape in the 1960s, as Toronto experienced a major building boom. City planners recognized the opportunity to create protected walkways between buildings, shielding pedestrians from Canada's harsh winter weather and the sweltering humidity of summer. The system has grown organically over decades, with each new downtown development typically incorporating connections to Path. Navigation through Path was once notoriously challenging, but a comprehensive color-coded signage system implemented in 2012 has made finding your way much easier. Each directional sign indicates the 4 cardinal directions with distinct colors: blue for north, red for south, yellow for east, and orange for west. Path seamlessly integrates with Toronto's public transportation system, connecting to 6 subway stations, 3 major department stores, 9 hotels, and numerous tourist attractions, including the Hockey Hall of Fame and Scotiabank Arena, home of the Toronto Maple Leafs and Toronto Raptors. The network also links to Union Station, the city's main transportation hub, allowing commuters to travel from regional trains to their offices without ever stepping outside. For visitors, Path offers a unique perspective on Toronto's urban culture. The busiest sections come alive during weekday lunch hours when thousands of office workers descend to explore food courts offering cuisine from around the world. Early mornings reveal a different atmosphere as fitness enthusiasts jog through the corridors before work, while evenings see the after-work crowd gathering at underground pubs and restaurants. Number 9. The Greenbrier Bunker, White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. Nestled beneath the elegant Greenbrier Resort, a 5-star hotel that has hosted 26 U.S. presidents and countless celebrities, lies one of America's most closely guarded Cold War secrets, a massive underground bunker designed to house the entire United States Congress in the event of nuclear war. The facility's construction began in 1958 under the code name Project Greek Island during the Eisenhower administration. The government approached the Greenbrier Resort with a cover story about needing to build an exhibition hall and a new West Virginia wing for the hotel. In reality, workers were simultaneously constructing a 112,544 square foot bunker beneath these new additions. The bunker was designed to accommodate all 535 members of Congress, along with a substantial support staff, totaling about 1,100 people, for a period of up to 60 days following a nuclear attack. The facility included separate chambers for the House of Representatives and the Senate, where the business of government could continue even as nuclear fallout settled on the world above. Perhaps most remarkable was the elaborate system of deception maintained to keep the bunker secret. For over 30 years, a group of government employees posed as television technicians from a company called Forsyth Associates. These agents maintained the facility's sophisticated communications equipment and kept the bunker in a constant state of readiness, with fresh water, food supplies, and medical facilities updated regularly. The bunker contained dormitories with metal bunk beds, a power plant with massive diesel generators, a water purification system, a hospital with operating rooms, a pharmacy stocked with medications, and even a pathology lab for analyzing potential contamination from the outside. The facility's cafeteria was designed to serve thousands of meals per day, while a specialized incinerator could dispose of waste without revealing the bunker's existence. One of the bunker's most impressive features was its massive blast door, 25 tons of steel designed to seal the facility from nuclear fallout. Once closed, this engineering marvel could only be opened from inside, ensuring the continuity of the U.S. government. The secret remained intact until 1992, when Washington Post reporter Ted Gupp exposed the facility's existence. With its cover blown, the government decommissioned the bunker the following year. Today, the Greenbrier offers guided tours of this remarkable Cold War relic, allowing visitors to step back in time and experience the palpable tension of an era when nuclear annihilation seemed an ever-present possibility. Number 10. Underground tunnels of Nashville, Tennessee. Beneath the neon lights and country music venues of Nashville lies a mysterious network of tunnels that weaves through the city's history like the melodies of an old folk song. These subterranean passageways, some dating back to the Civil War era, tell stories of military strategy, illicit enterprises, and urban evolution. Nashville's underground world developed in layers throughout the city's history. Some of the oldest tunnels were constructed during the Civil War, when Nashville was occupied by Union forces who used these passages to transport supplies and move troops while protected from Confederate attacks. Historical records indicate that some tunnels connected strategic locations including Fort Negley, the state capitol, and the Cumberland River. As Nashville grew into a commercial center in the late 19th century, a different type of tunnel emerged: utility passages designed to deliver steam heat and cold air to downtown businesses. The Nashville Steam Plant, constructed in 1908, became the hub for a network of service tunnels that snaked beneath the city streets, providing climate control for Nashville's growing urban core. The Prohibition era from 1920 to 1933 saw yet another purpose for Nashville's underground spaces. Speakeasies and illicit drinking establishments flourished in basement locations, many with concealed entrances and escape tunnels. Local lore tells of moonshine operations connected to Music Row establishments through secret passageways, allowing for quick escapes during police raids. One of the most intriguing sections of Nashville's underground can be found near the Printers Alley district, where a system of tunnels once connected various buildings, potentially allowing for discreet movement between hotels, saloons, and other establishments. Urban legends suggest that these passages were used by everyone from politicians avoiding public scrutiny to musicians moving between gigs unnoticed. While many of Nashville's underground tunnels remain closed to the public for safety reasons, their presence continues to captivate local historians and urban explorers. Archaeological investigations have uncovered artifacts including antique bottles, military equipment, and architectural remnants that offer glimpses into Nashville's past life underground. Several downtown buildings, including the historic Hermitage Hotel and Union Station Hotel, acknowledge their connections to these mysterious passages. Some businesses incorporate visible sections of tunnel architecture into their design, preserving these unique historical features as conversation pieces for visitors. Number 5. Mini Manhattan. In 1969, an architect named J. Sway wanted to build an underground city that would be thousands of feet below the ground. It would be a safe place to live during a nuclear attack. His plan included underground skyscrapers, homes, stores, and parks. It was designed to hold 1 million people. The city would have everything people needed to survive for a long time. This included food, water, power, and even clean air. It was called the Mini Manhattan because it was like New York City, but underground. Although the plan never became real, he did bring some projects to life. One of them in Texas is called the Atom, the name being a mix of atomic and habitat. Number 4. Permafrost Tunnel Research Facility, Alaska. The Permafrost Tunnel in Alaska is a cool place to learn about frozen ground that's over 40,000 years old. It's a long tunnel that was dug from 1963 to 1969 to study permafrost and how to build and mine in frozen environments. Inside, scientists study ice, ancient plants, and even bones from animals like mammoths from the Pleistocene epoch. The tunnel shows layers of Earth, revealing frozen ground from different time periods. It helps scientists understand how permafrost works and what might happen as the world gets warmer. Number 3. New York City's Subterranean World. Under New York City, there's a whole hidden world beyond the subways millions use daily. There are secret walls under Little Italy and the public library, cattle tunnels in the meatpacking district, and rumored trading tunnels in Soho. Some of these underground spaces go as deep as 800 feet. There are pipes for water, 840 miles of subway tracks, and mail tubes built in 1897 that were used to send letters between post offices until the 1950s. A part of the subway system is the City Hall station, open in 1904 and closed in 1945. It's a hidden gem with stained glass and mosaics, and you can see it with your own eyes by staying on the 6th train past the last stop. The world's oldest subway tunnel, Brooklyn's Atlantic Avenue Tunnel, is part of this huge underground complex too. It was built in 1844, sealed in 1861, and rediscovered in 1980 by Bob Diamond, who found it through a manhole. But the surprises don't stop there. Workers once found a ship from the 1600s just 15 feet underground. Number 2. Underground Atlanta. Underground Atlanta is a historic spot in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. It started in the 1800s as a commercial district for shops and trains, centered around the railroad. In the 1920s, viaducts were built, and the streets were raised, creating a second level of underground streets and buildings. For decades, people forgot about it, but in the 1960s, it was brought back to life as a fun place for music, bars, and nightlife. Some stories about the Prohibition-era secrets are part history and part legend. Today it's being rebuilt to mix its rich history with new ideas. Number 1. Raven Rock. The US government carved out a secret underground city that they can flee to in case nuclear war breaks out. It's called Raven Rock, and like Area 51, it's one of the government's most classified projects. An individual who worked there for 3.5 years talked on camera for the first time, describing to Vice what it's like. The base is 768 feet below the ground, and it can survive a direct nuclear hit. It is protected by two 3.5-foot thick, 30-ton doors built on top of springs to survive the shock from a blast. There are 5 buildings with 15 floors in total, each big enough for 50 to 80 offices. It's called an underground city because it's like a self-sufficient place to live and work. The base has everything it needs to keep running, like a cafeteria, materials storage, barber shop, water generators, and even a medical center. It was built in the 1950s for a threat that never came. If you enjoyed it, check out our other videos shown on screen right now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this from Beyond Borders.